so many of us, especially now in this day and era where people are on social media, everybody wants to show a certain lifestyle, everybody wants to be high-end, and now you are maybe having friends who are high-end and you're trying to fit in there, so now you're faking your entire life. You're not actually friends, because if this person wants to be your friend, where you're coming from or how your lifestyle is should not really matter.
We should be able to keep the regular communication.
Yeah.
If you want someone to check on you, practice checking on them. You can't spend a whole week without checking on your friend, and you claim they are your friend. Really, even just a message out of the blue, it does something for someone.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are those people who say, now that I'm married, my friends are going to be married people only. Or now that I am working somewhere, I only have to have friends who are working. Or you get. Yes, but to nurture these friendships, you have to be able to adjust. Welcome to the Wellness Podcast, where we inspire you to be the best version of yourself, from faith to relationships and lifestyle. I am Grace, and I'm here with
Susanna.
Last episode, we talked about friendships and why it is important for us to have them. Today, let's have a conversation on how to nurture these friendships, specifically adult friendships. But before we dive into it, let's have the quote of today. The quote of today is coming from Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24, and it says, "Let us consider how we may spur one another toward love and good deeds." Friendships should spur us towards love and good deeds. Susan, how do you think, how best do you think that we can nurture friendships, specifically adult friendships?
Thank you, Grace. Picking on from our previous episode that we talked about the dynamics of friendship, I think friendships is just something that we voluntarily do. So that means we have to be intentional when we are trying to grow them. Relationships with our friends grow when we do certain things that keep it, moving and going on. And one of the things that I think we should be doing is, first of all, to pray for the friendship, because a lot of things will come up. You will stumble each other, you will do things that are not pleasant, but for as long as you're praying for this person, you'll always have that another consideration in case anything happens. So one of the practical ways to nurture a friendship is praying for it. Every time you're praying, I think it's important that you mention that person's name or those people's names in case there are very many. Yes.
Yeah, that is very true. And in that same spirit of praying for your friends, in adult friendships or even in general friendships, it is always good to be supportive to your friend. Is your friend having a celebration? You should show up for them. Are they going maybe through a tough time? Are you showing up for them the way you would like to be shown up for, or the best way that you think you can show up for them? It is an important way to show that you're a friend to somebody, and also to nurture this friendship. Because it kind of strengthens the bond. Imagine someone who is there for you. Maybe you've lost somebody, maybe you're going through a heartbreak, and somebody is there for you. You will not forget such a person.
And also besides, you can also throw somebody birthday surprise. Just be there. Actually, she surprised me recently on my birthday. I'd completely forgotten about it, and it was sweet. Thank you. And another practical way that I feel we should nurture friendships is you showing gratitude. Don't take what your friend is giving you for granted, that she was supposed to give me money anyway because she's my friend. No. If I've done something or you've done something, I think it's always good to show that you appreciate what they do, however small they are. If someone shows up for your BD, appreciate them, and if possible, return the favor. True. So I'm waiting for her BD, then I can return the favor that she did for me.
I'm waiting.
Yes.
I'm waiting. Anyway, I think another way is to be honest and open. A lot of times this comes in when it is a couple kind of relationship where people be like, you have to be honest with your partner. But it also applies to friendships. That if maybe Susan, you've done something wrong to me, I can come down and I can come up to you, sit you down and tell you, Susan, what you did this and this, or what you said did not sit well with me. Rather than me keeping quiet and saying, but how am I going to approach Susan? She may get annoyed.
Yeah, and also maybe tell another person about it who wasn't even part of it.
Yeah, so then that now will build resentment, which will destroy the friendship. And
true.
We are trying to nurture friendships here. Yes.
Yeah, I also think we should be able to keep the regular communication. If you want someone to check on you, practice checking on them. You can't spend a whole week without checking on your friend, and you claim they are your friend. Really, even just a message out of the blue, it does something for someone. Yes,
that is very true. And I think I have a small weakness there. I really find it difficult to make those phone calls, text. Okay, I really hate texting, so maybe phone calls, but even those I'm working on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And then I think in that we should also embrace change. Like when me and you we met the first time we became friends, should I say? We were both single. But now there have been some life changes, and Susan is not single anymore. And that means that our friendship has to change. It cannot be the way it was before, because now you have more responsibilities, and so you have more limited time than I do. So I cannot expect that anytime I call you, even if it's at 11 in the night, I'm like, hello Susan, are you there? We talk, No, it can't be like that, because things have changed, and the truth of the fact is that life changes.
Exactly.
Yes, today you might be married, tomorrow I might have a job, tomorrow I might be abroad. Now there is difference even in time frame. Yes, so the way life changes is the way we should also be flexible in our friendships. That now true. Because maybe someone has traveled, because someone has changed status, or because someone has a job, does not mean that now you're going to abandon this friendship. There are those people who say, now that I'm married, my friends are going to be married people only, or now that I am working somewhere, I only have to have friends who are working, or you get. Yes, but to nurture these friendships, you have to be able to adjust
and understand that the dynamics of the friendship has totally or somehow changed, but doesn't take away the whole aspect of friendship. And I think also another way of nurturing friendships is the quality time that you spend. Once in a while, organize something together. You will have something to talk about. Organize a meetup, organize just something that you have that moment where you are alone, outside your work, outside your family, and outside any other thing, but for this your friend. It's just one way of building that bond that you have together.
Yes, and that same spirit we have a date there that we have not yet gone for. Anyway, we should also be authentic. So many of us, especially now in this day and era where people are on social media, everybody wants to show a certain lifestyle, everybody wants to be high-end, and now you are maybe having friends who are high-end and you're trying to fit in there, so now you're faking your entire life. You're not actually friends, because if this person wants to be your friend, where you're coming from or how your lifestyle is should not really matter. That maybe me, I put on new clothes every day, and that is that time, that dress really. So if it is really a genuine friendship, that should not matter. And that means that there is no need for you to be out here pretending to be someone else that you're not.
And yet you're not.
Yes, and
I
then
think a friend loves you for who you are.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, they simply help you to improve, but they don't have to judge you. That I think this one is not in my league. I think this one is not up to what I want. But you help that person perhaps to come to your level.
Yes, and that is why we have even specifically put it in this part of adult friendships, because most of the time when it comes to friendships of like children or the young people, most of the time these things are not really crucial. It is when we grow up and then now there is probably a certain social status that you want to show or you want to be in, that such things start to pop in. I don't know if you remember, but all our friendships from childhood were just very genuine.
Casual.
Very casual. Nobody is bothering whether you're coming from the gate or the heart. They just come and collect you. Hey, we are going to play. Are you coming? Oh, we go. You're still washing plates. Let's all wash the plates and then we all go and play
together.
Yes. And that is something that we are lacking as adults. Being authentic is another way to nurture friendships, especially in this day and era where there are so many trends and so many people want to be something that they are not, try and fit into society and to try and fit into the trends that are moving on right now. A lot of friendships have people who are just pretending to be who they are not. And if you're pretending, ideally that's not a friendship, because friendship should not have any kind of pretense. There should be a vulnerable something, you know,
a place where you have to show yourself the way you are. You don't need to pretend. If your friend is wearing lipstick or makeup and you're not a fan, don't put yourself on pressure. You do funny things and you look like a doll at the end of the day, yet it's not your thing. I think it helps you to stay true to yourself, who you are, and that friend will be in your life.
Yes, and it also builds trust. And because if you're authentic with somebody, the trust is being built. But if I find out that, hey, all along you've been pretending to be this and this, yet you are not, it kind of destroys that friendship, and that bond is
shaken up.
Yes, it's shaken up.
And I think it's also important for us to be patient. A lot of times in our romantic relationships, we tend to give people chances. Someone does something, you forgive them today. Does another thing, you forgive them the other day. So that special grace that you always offer to those romantic friendships of us, I think it can be the same grace that we extend to your friends. Don't just hurry to cut off people. So did something, cut you off
at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year.
You now begin to post quotes of fake friends, fake this, just because someone did something once and you feel like they are the worst people ever, and yet in your romantic relationships you're being hurt many times and you choose to give that person grace. So it's also something that we can extend to our friends, that okay, Grace has done this, but this is not how she's been. Maybe it was a mistake. I think we should be able to extend that grace to our friends as well.
Yeah, that is so true.
And I also think respecting boundaries is also important in nurturing, because just because someone is your friend doesn't mean you should be nosy.
Exactly.
You are all over the person's business. If someone says we are friends, but please my phone, don't check it. Now, no, me, I'm free. That person is my friend. You go check people's phones and then it will actually bring you issues. So I think it's also good to respect the boundaries as friends.
Yes.
If you mentioned as we're starting the episode that we're friends when we're all single, and we would even be out for like this time without minding on when we are coming back. But now that I'm married, and I tell you that by 8 I should be home, or by 9 I should be home, I think should be in position to respect that and know that beyond this time, even if I want, I cannot do it. So that is like knowing your boundary in that relationship, and it can help you to stay focused on that friendship. Because if you go on to to cross the boundaries, I might as well consider to maybe put you on hold.
No, but you see, that is where we revert back to you have to be honest.
Yes,
maybe you would have a conversation with this person, but then also there are those friendships where people have not put any boundaries. Yes, because someone is like, they're my friend, how do I tell them not to check my phone? They're my friend, how do I tell them not to call me past midnight? They're my friend. Me personally, if I've told you don't call me after 9, you will call, I will look at the phone until you will call again. Then maybe I'll call you back the next morning and say, okay, what did you want to say?
Yeah, but I think that comes after you set the boundaries,
of
because
course.
You cannot discipline what you did not teach.
Exactly.
If you didn't tell me that don't call me at 9 and then you're not picking my phone call at 9, it will be something else. But once you mention it at the beginning that, you know what, me, beyond this, don't call me.
Yes, that is very right. And but then also there are those things which are just etiquette. Yes, that there are certain things you're not supposed to do. Even by the constitution of Uganda, the person has right to their privacy. You're there because you know the password to the phone. You've checked people's messages, just because you're friends. So Setting boundaries and respecting those boundaries is a good way to nurture friendships. Now we have given so many ways in which we can nurture our friendships. I hope you have learned something. I hope you're going to be out there nurturing friendships, because it is important to have friendships and a support system. Thank you for watching the Wellness Podcast. I hope you were blessed. Let us know in the comment section where you are watching from, your views, and what you would like us to talk about next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.